and whatnot.
Well, like I said, I thought it was gonna be a tough fight, but I don't know. Danny didn't show up that night. It's not the Danny Garcia that I think a lot of people knew. It's just like I don't know. Maybe Errol's foul had something to do with it, but again, Errol dominated. He won. Now, uh, I think with Keith Thurman, it'll be a tough fight because of his style. He has more of a boxing mentality, and Errol normally fights guys that really want to fight, that come forward. Keith is going to back up, but then he can come forward. Keith has a lot of power, so that could help him out. But I would pick Errol in that fight. Now, as far as the best two fighters in the world at welterweight right now, I believe is Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. But I think I have to get a slight edge to Errol Spence just because I think Errol has more power and his knowledge of boxing is slightly better. But you can't take anything away from Terence Crawford because this kid, he comes to fight. And people say, oh, he's not fighting anybody. He can only fight who they put him in the ring with. It's not his fault that he can't get the big fights. So he just had to hang in there. He's going to get that opportunity, and I know I'm definitely going to buy it if he does fight Errol
Yeah.
Spence.
Yeah. And speaking of Errol Spence, I want to talk about Derek James for a second. I believe Derek James has been trainer of the year for the past 2 years. Outside of yourself, because you're a phenomenal trainer too. What are some of the great qualities about Derek James and what he brings to the fight game?
Well, he was a fighter himself, so he
That's
knows
right.
the sport inside out. Once you get in there and you've been in there, then you know what to look for and what to get your guy to look at, with different fighters, different styles. Once you've been there and done that, you've seen different styles, then it's easier to help you as long as your guy got faith in you to get him to do the thing that you want him to do. And that's what Derek has done, with Errol Spence. And this is why they're so successful. Once you got a guy that knows this sport inside out, it makes it a lot easier as long as the guy, he's on board with what you want to do. And that makes it so much easier on not only the fighter, but the trainer also.
Yeah. Errol is looking to become undisputed. So does Jermell Charlo, one of your old pupils. Jermell is one fight away. Do you believe that right now Jermell Charlo is the pound for pound best fighter in boxing?
Well, I don't know if he's the best pound for pound fighter in boxing. You know, you know, I, pound for pound really, I'm not into pound for pound because you have so many good fighters out there. And, how can you say that one guy is better than everybody else? You
Right.
know, that's just hard to say to me. That's just, I never understood that. I remember when I was training Pernell Whitaker and he was
Can't wait.
so-called pound for pound the best fighter in the world. You know, I mean, yes, he was a great fighter. He really was. But who's to say that at that time that he was better than everybody? You know, I mean, you got a lot of good guys that don't get no publicity in the smaller weight classes that are
Right.
really, really good fighters that we never see. So how do we know that? And I think that was a mistake when they put in pound for pound because it makes guys hate each other. And boxing is not supposed to be about hate. It's supposed to be about the competition. And anybody can get beat on any given night. So to sell guys pound for pound, I don't like it.
Mm. Can I ask a follow